All right, so here we go. So first we have first the whole floor is rubber. Some of these rubber mats are good. They're horse stall mats, or they're mats that we bought from Rep Fitness. They have very good mats. The lifting platform over here, I built out. If I could give anyone advice on building a platform, it would be to go 12 feet out. We only went 8 feet out, and that means that we're dropping deadlifts straight onto one mat with concrete, which isn't really dispersing the energy as well as if we had put the 2 layers of plywood underneath the mat. So the plan is to extend that out another 4 feet. I'm not sure how long that'll take. Just depends on what our weekends look like. But basically, to start over here, kind of the non-weights, we have 2 fully collapsible benches. Collapsible meaning they go all the way down to decline and they go all the way up to straight up and down for like presses. And that is also matched over here with a Rep Fitness bench. If you're looking for one or the other, my family likes the Rep Fitness bench better. We bought that last. It retails for about $300. If you review things on their site or do those kind of things, you can sometimes get 10% off. This one we got off of Craigslist. It was the first thing we actually bought for our gym. We paid about $250 for it. It is a body solid, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just really heavy, and so my family doesn't like to move it around, so it kind of stays over here. And the Rep Fitness that has the handle on it is a little easier for them to move, so that's what they prefer to wheel around. And again, it declines and inclines all the way up. This Lat Pull Machine has a 200-pound stack on it. We got this off of Craigslist. Paid about $300 for it. We paid exactly $300 for it. And we borrowed a truck to get it home, so we did not have to rent a truck or do any of that nonsense. It doesn't look new, but it was in a fire station. They kept really good care of it. We took it apart, moved it, put it back together, worked just fine. This is a calf, seated calf raise. This is from Titan Fitness. We can't stand this. We wouldn't buy it again. It was on sale, so we got it for $80 with free shipping, and it does the job. But these pads are about as bad as you think these pads could be. They move around, and especially when you put a lot of weight on it, very hard to keep it on your legs comfortably. This is also Titan Fitness. This is a preacher curl station. This we got about $80. I think they were the same sale. It was a sale they had in February, and maybe tied to the Olympics. I'm not sure what their sale was at that time, but that we would buy again. It works just fine for what it is. It's pretty cheap, but it's not going anywhere, and we're not curling enough that we have to worry about it, breaking under the weight of us or the machine. We have a barbell rack up here. That's a Rogue 2.0 bar right below a Rep Fitness power bar. Those are both 20 kilograms. And that's a Titan gun rack. Let's see if I can get the side here. Thought it had a T. Yeah, there it is. You can just barely see the T up there. Sorry about that. So that's a Titan gun rack. Also has some pull downs on it, and then the curl bar at the top. This curl bar, I don't even know who the brand is. It's a bearing curl bar, which I guess is nice. We got it off of Amazon for about $90. The Rep Fitness Power Bar paid about $199 for. That has 205 tensile strength. The Rogue 2.0 we got with the body solid bench, paid about $200 for this. Brand new, it's $255, so I felt like that was okay. Rogue usually does hold its value, so I was fine with paying $200. And it, I believe, has 190 tensile strength, 195. I'd have to double check that. And then there's a bunch of attachments for the pull downs that we use. And today was chest and tris, so got the tricep stuff up there. Rep Fitness was nice enough to throw me a banner. Just your banner. And then we keep all our progress on the whiteboard. Evan, mom, and dad. Got some miscellaneous wrist support. These are Rogue wrist supports. I have a set. My son has a set. And then we just have some generic wrist straps for when we do shrugs and deadlifts and kind of bigger pulls. As far as competition bumpers go, you can get change plates, but it's a lot cheaper to just get you know, kind of basic. So we have a couple 5s and a couple 2.5s just in case we need them. Let's go here next before we get to the big stuff. So we have currently one 50-pound kettlebell. I'm in that 50 swings a day challenge. So every day I get up and I do 50 kettlebell swings with the 50, which is that one right there. Those are both 40 pounds. Those are both 30 pounds. Those are for thrusters. I really only use them to warm up. I do kind of an AMRAP of thrusters down to a squat with my elbows touching my knees and then fully extended overhead. And I do those just to kind of try to loosen up and limber up. The power rack, which we'll discuss in a little bit, came with pin and pipe safeties. I've swapped those out for the safety straps. These safety straps currently have a recall on them. We're waiting for the new ones to ship. But we don't, we're not power lifters. We don't lift enough to stress this, and we always have a spotter. So these are really just for kind of worst case scenario, bar slips out of your hand or something. And again, we're not lifting enough weight to tear even the minimal amount of stitching that's on these. So back over here, we have the Matador. That's a direct rip off of the Rogue dip station that goes right on the side of the rack. As far as weights, we have a 10 and a 15-pound bumper. Then it's all competition bumpers at that small of a weight. But in competition bumpers, we have 25s, and these again have a raised edge as well as raised lettering. They have a solid core. It's one piece, so you don't have the issue like you do with Titan, where, sorry, let me just pull this down, where you have a 3-piece core on a Titan bumper and it doesn't fit all your bars. These will fit all of your bars. They're all the same, and they fit pretty tight too, so they're not difficult to put on and off, but they certainly don't move around or jingle. We have a couple of miscellaneous resistance bands around. This is to help my son with pull-ups, and this one is for mobility. We use this almost every day to stretch shoulders, just kind of loosen up. So competition bumpers, we have 25s. We have 4 of each of these, about 2 complete sets. So 25s, 35s, 45s, and then 1 of each on the 55s. We don't lift enough to go higher than that. We do have chains. Those are only 10 pounds each. We just got them at Home Depot and took some climbing cord or some towing, cord. This is $5 rope at Home Depot, and this is probably 20 something dollars worth of chain. One of those on each side. That helps for anyone that uses chains. That helps just kind of vary the resistance as you get through the motion. It gets heavier as you get to the top of your lift. And then this Titan pull here is for doing back. It goes onto the landmine attachment. It goes on the end of the barbell. And then that's the landmine that goes to the other end of the barbell. This Titan rack comes with, this is a Titan T6, 36 by 24. And it comes with 4 band pulleys, 2 on each side. The rack is, our ceiling is 92.5 inches. This rack, I believe, is in the low 80s. And that leaves us about 8 inches to a foot above where the pull-up bar is. So we do have the Titan monoliths. Get a lot of varying opinions on these monoliths. I like them. They're easy to move. They come right out just like moving a J-cup. I use them for everything. I use them for benching and for squatting. But as you'll see if you look out on the internet, opinions really widely vary on that, on whether people like it, whether they think it's useful, whether they really think it does anything. This is our final bar. We just got this this weekend. Hafthor, Julius Bjornsson won World's Strongest Man. We did own this bar before he won all of those events. And feel free to leave your steroid comments down below. I don't know him, so it won't offend me. but he won. So this is a Rogue Fitness Ohio Power Bar in the 45-pound variety. It's the only 45-pound bar that we have. For those of you in your 40s like me, you know that's all we had growing up was 45-pound bars. Now everyone with CrossFit, these are both 20 kilograms. So they're just about a pound shy of that bar. So I typically use this bar on my normal, bench days, bench, incline bench, front squats, back squats, and then I use those for things like cleans and Olympic lifts. And then I use the Hex, which weighs 45 pounds. I use this for shrugs and for deadlifts, and I love it. This is easily the favorite toy that I've bought. This is from Rep Fitness. I think I paid $135 for it. I'm not sure what they are now, but I was very happy with it, and super, super psyched. Use it as often as I can, at least once a week. So come over here, same setup, chain, same amounts of weight. Again, two each on those, and then one on those. And the 55s actually they have challenged me, because I typically, even when I was a kid, I'd always warm up with just a 45 on each side, and then I'd go up from there. It's nice to start even just 20 pounds heavier. Just kind of gets you up to the big weights a little quicker. So the dumbbells, these are from Rep Fitness, and if you can see there, they're branded. You've probably seen other videos where they say this. I'm pretty sure all these are made in the same factory, no matter who you buy them from. They look exactly the same as all the other ones I looked at. They just put a different rubber sleeve on them and then ship them from China, I'm sure. Because we got the Lat Pulldown machine, we don't really use the Econo Spud Inc. Econo pulleys anymore, but I do have them. If I have multiple people down here and it's taken a while to set in, I will use those. I'll hook them up so that we're not all waiting. And then another thing I use, this is similar to the kettlebells, where I just use it to warm up. This is a 70-pound Slamball. I do not put this overhead. I've been asked that several times. This just goes from the ground up to the shoulder, and then I roll it down my back, turn around over the other shoulder. And it basically is just a way for me to get kind of deep into a squat with very low weight, so that when I get ready to do, the straight bar squats, my legs are already loosened up. It's taken me longer than it used to kind of loosen up my lower body. And so that was, at Rep Fitness, I think this was $40-something. It was super cheap compared to what you pay at like a Rogue or someone like that. Now, I should preface that by saying I live in Denver, so Rep Fitness being a local company, I didn't pay shipping on anything in here. Except for the only thing I ever paid shipping on this whole rack is this bar right here. I think Rogue charged me $15. Other than that, everything I've either gotten shipped free from Titan, or I've went and picked up right at a fire station or at Rep Fitness. All of these kettlebells are Rep Fitness. They're very good kettlebells. They have great grip. Never had a problem with them. Again, don't use them as much as some other people probably do. This plyo box, I looked up directions online and built, and it's 22, 18, and 16 are the three sides that you can go with. And it took me, an afternoon with my son to put it together. We did build it with the tabs. It's not perfect, but it doesn't really need to be perfect, I don't feel. And I do have, you won't be able to see it, but I do have the middle structure in the middle. You can see those screws are holding that middle structure together, so it is supported properly. This was out of stock on Titan's site forever, the full bar jack for deadlifts. That is back in stock, and I love it. It took forever to get back in stock, but it's been worth it, and it was $70+ $78, something like that. And then that's a sit-up attachment for the body solid. So that's it. That's our gym. I pretty much feel like we can do everything we need to do. We lift chest and tris on Monday, legs and shoulders on Wednesday, back and bis on Friday, and then legs and shoulders again on Sunday. So 2 legs and shoulder days, 1 chest and tri, 1 back and bi. We're really happy with it. I would like to get one more mat. I'll say just one more thing. These are the cheap Amazon mats that come in 2x2 squares. They're okay in a low traffic area like this, where really all they're doing is making sure people can get out the back door safely without having an elevation change. But if you're gonna put any weight down at all, you want these, you want the better mats here. And you can see the texture's different between the Rep Fitness mats and the horse stall mats that we got at the local Tractor Supply store, and that's because the rep ran out. But they're the same height. They're both 3-4 inches. You can't tell, you can't tell the difference between elevation. They're both right there, and see right there. I wish that was wood, but give me another couple weeks. We'll get it. Hey, I hope this was helpful. Sorry, I know I rambled a little bit, but enjoy yourselves. And I'm not sponsored by Rip Fitness, but I buy a lot of their stuff, so give them a try if you're in Denver. Have a great one.